Questo disco si intitola Somebody's Child, è l'ultimo lavoro in studio di Judith Owen, cantautrice di origine gallese, trapiantata ormai da anni in America. La Owen è una musicista molto intensa ed eclettica nel suo stile compositivo e nel suo stile pianistico. Ha all'attivo 11 album e la lista dei musicisti che hanno collaborato con lei in questi anni è davvero lunga e molto prestigiosa. L'abbiamo invitata negli studi di Gem TV e abbiamo avuto la grandissima fortuna e il grande piacere di scambiare 4 chiacchiere con lei, di farci raccontare un po' di lei. Partiamo subito però con il disco, che secondo me ha un titolo molto significativo, Somebody's Child. Ho chiesto proprio a Judith di raccontarmi perché ha scelto questo titolo. Chi è questo Somebody? Sentite che cosa ci ha raccontato.
Who is somebody's child? It's all of us. It's everybody. I was in New York City and it was winter, there was snow on the ground and it was very cold, and I saw this young, beautiful girl. And she was like crazy on drugs, and she had no clothes except like plastic bags here and there, and she was pregnant. She's beautiful, big stomach, pregnant stomach, and she was really scary. You know, her behavior was crazy. So I ran across the road because I was scared, and when I ran, I thought to myself, that's somebody's child. You know, that's somebody's baby. And it could be me, it could be you, it could be any of us. If we had bad luck, bad parents, difficult childhood, you know, bad breaks.
'Cause a run of bad luck went and pushed him too far. The woman who lives in a box out the back. When she started out, did her dreams include that? So spare a little thought for the down and out, 'cause it's true.
Nel corso della sua carriera Judith Owen è stata affiancata da musicisti che hanno collaborato con artisti del calibro di James Taylor, Jackson Brown, Bonnie Raitt e moltissimi altri. Le abbiamo chiesto che tipo di rapporto ha con i musicisti e le persone con le quali condivide il palco.
My relationship with my musicians is very important, because I cannot work with people I don't love. I mean, I can, you know, like people, but I mean love their artistry. And I cannot work with people who have no sense of humor, or what I think is a sense of humor, which, you know, British sense of humor is very strange, very cruel. But I can't, I mean, if somebody doesn't make me laugh and isn't laughing all the time, I can't cope. I need to laugh a lot. So my feeling is that with my musicians, it's all a dance where you're like that. My piano and my voice is like here. My musicians are dancing around me.
So leave them on the streets if their families don't care. We've got crow's feet to fill, we've got no cash to spare. The food lines are endless, the shelters are full, and such are the things they don't teach you in school.
La musica della cantautrice Judith Owen ha dei forti richiami al sound e al groove del Laurel Canyon, e si sente soprattutto negli ultimi 2 dischi che ha pubblicato, Ebb and Flow e questo Somebody's Child. Le ho chiesto se sente una sorta di eredità con i grandi artisti di quella scena californiana degli anni 70.
Do I feel like there's a legacy from Laurel Canyon? Well, the last album, Ebb and Flow, was more about Laurel Canyon and my love of that troubadour music, that singer-songwriter music of the 1970s. This Somebody's Child is, it's like the next step. It's the next place for me to go. So it has those beautiful musicians who I love so much and loved, you know, hearing from, you know, James Taylor and Carole King. So it has Leland Sklar, Russ Kunkel, Waddy Wachtel, But it also has my beautiful British musicians too. It has strings, it has a classical feeling to it. It is the bridge between America and Britain, I suppose.
Somebody's child, you know, she used to be me. You know, she used to be me. She used to be me. She used to be me, and she's somebody's child.
Judith Owen è una cantautrice molto profonda e come tanti grandi artisti, tanto l'amore quanto le sofferenze del genere umano sono la sua principale fonte di ispirazione. Però è pur sempre una donna e quindi spesso si lascia incantare così da oggetti materiali, primi fra tutti vestiti e scarpe. Le ho chiesto quindi da dove trae ispirazione e come nascono le sue canzoni.
What inspires me in life? I am a very serious person who needs to laugh a lot, and I am, I think, very thoughtful and very deep thinking, but I'm also very shallow. So I like clothes. I like clothes and shoes and all things made of leather and cars and everything else. I like beautiful things, but I am very inspired by human beings, and by life, and by all the struggle that I see everybody, you, me, everybody go through. That's what inspires me to write, because I'm complex. I'm very complex. I'm a very emotional person. I have a very dark side. I have a very bright side. And when I see people struggling with the same things I struggle with in life, that's when I write.
I've got my own broke way of thinking.
How do I write? Very quickly, really fast. Something goes in here, and I'm like straight to the piano, and I write in about 10 minutes, 10 to 15 minutes. And if I'm writing for a film or TV, then I will get to the piano and really write and work hard. But when I write about the things that move me, I cannot force myself to write. I have to feel it, and you just kind of like hope that it comes, and then it comes straight out, and it's out in the words, in the lyrics, in my voice. It's out in the piano, instant. And I hope, touch wood, I hope it never goes.
In questo Somebody's Child, così come negli album precedenti, è molto evidente come Judith Owen ami attingere da generi e da sound diversi per crearne poi uno proprio, il proprio sound. Le ho chiesto di provare a descrivere la sua musica in sole 3 parole.
3 words? I've never said anything in 3 words. It's not possible. I think I might just have a little bit of Italian in me, because I cannot say anything in less than 10, 20 words. So I think my style, as I said, is classical, folk, jazz.
Body, won't you spare me some time? Spare me some time. Oh, body, won't you send me a line? I'm dying here.
In my house, growing up, music, all music was playing, everything, and there was no difference. It was just one language. So to me, if I'm writing something joyful, I will go to a certain style. If I'm writing something deep and sad, it will go to a very classical place. It's just my vocabulary. I see no difference between these styles, and I think that has become my style, is the fact that it is just one language to me, and I will take you wherever I want to go with that voice and that piano right there in the middle. So, and you know, my job is to make the listener feel big feelings, and I think that's what makes music so remarkable. It gives us permission to feel.
I saw smoke on the water, a fire in the sky. I saw smoke on the water, a fire fire in the sky. I saw smoke on the water, a fire in the sky.
Ascoltare Blue di Joni Mitchell per la prima volta mi ha cambiato la vita, come penso sia successo a molti di noi appassionati di musica. È stata la stessa cosa anche per Judith Owen, e quindi avevo il piacere di chiederle, come cantautrice e come donna, perché secondo lei quest'album, Blue, è così particolarmente toccante ed emozionante.
And when I first heard Blue, my husband played me Blue, and I actually said to him, "Who is this?" I'm not joking. And he said, Joni Mitchell. And I went, well, I'm sorry, that's a really high, because all I was used to was her deep, like the deep voice of Joni Mitchell. And when he played like the very, very high voice, I was like, this is incredible. The reason I find her so moving, and I've seen her many times live, and I'm very, very lucky to have met her and to have spent time with her, because she is my idol, is that she is so connected emotionally in her music choices, in her melodies, in the beauty of the songs, but she is so emotionally intelligent in her lyrics. And she does that thing that I love the most and want to achieve the most, which is to match beautiful music with emotionally intelligent lyrics.
We're all searching for the blame. Let's start by looking in the mirror. 'Cause inside we're all the same, inside we're all the same. And woo, 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 woo. Mothers, fathers, I tell all your children, woo, woo, where did we go so wrong?
Why do I think Joni Mitchell is so moving and touching? And it's interesting that you talk about Blue, because I came very, very late to Blue.
Mothers, fathers, I tell all your children, a sister, brothers, tell all your good friends, everybody make it end.
So Joni Mitchell, I think, taught many, many, many of us, and people like her and the James Dells and the Carole Kings and Jackson Browns, they taught us, but particularly her, for me anyway, like you, she showed me how to do this.
What do you do? Why don't you
I think the nicest thing for me
make this?
is when somebody comes up to me at the end of a show, as I did to Joni Mitchell. Thank God. It's when somebody comes up to me and says, I cried when you sang that song because it was like my life, or I've been through that experience, or that happened to me, or you sounded like you were singing about me. That is the greatest thing.
To make records with a mobile, and they didn't have that much time. Frank Zappa and the Mothers were at the best place around.
I'm very, very glad I found Joni Mitchell. And you know, Prince said the same thing. Actually, he was a huge Joni Mitchell fan, and many, many musicians, many wonderful writers say exactly the same thing. They look to her, and she may feel unappreciated. I think she does, in the big scheme of things. But I think many of us are very grateful that we found Joni Mitchell. So the baton is passed, and I continue that tradition.
They burned down the gambling house, and it died with a terrible sound. Claude was running in and out, pulling kids straight out of the ground.
When you have the ability to sing about things that are hard in life, sorrow, loss, grief, love, joy, whatever it might be, the things, human things, when you are able to say difficult things because you are a musician and because you can put them into song, then I think it is a gift to those who listen.
Questa era Judith Owen e questo è il suo Somebody's Child. Judith Owen sarà in tournée in Italia ad ottobre, troverete tutti i dettagli sul nostro sito gemtv.it e noi ovviamente non mancheremo, vi aspettiamo lì.